All right, let's start off with a tangent just because it's something I think is funny. By the way, hi, I'm Snow. Uh, so in the last video, I didn't notice this until a couple days later after I uploaded it. But in the thumbnail, and this is something that YouTube just picked on its own, I didn't plan this. In the thumbnail, all three of us have our eyes closed, and we happen to be smiling at the exact same moment. We look so derpy, and I adore it. I just want to call some attention to that. Also, I did some research. It is not the same guy that the Grandmaster kills. They are two different people, so I was wrong about that. But now we move on to the next challenge. Everybody welcome to our Christmas Marathon reviews. I'm joined by Jack of all trades, who is Santa, Cher, who is Mrs. Claus, and I am Snow. We are here to review Phineas and Ferb Christmas Vacation, which was my pick for this year. Just running right into it. How'd you guys like it?
It's good fun. It's Phineas and Ferb.
I grew up with this. I watch it every year, so I love it.
I too watch this every year. That's kind of where it came up. Where last week we were talking about how this Guardians of the Galaxy special isn't going to be something we watch every year. It got me thinking, what do I watch every year? And that's why I picked Phineas and Ferb. This is not the funniest episode of the show. I think that would have to go to maybe Across Dimensions. I have no idea. Phineas and Ferb is so funny. Picking one best episode is kind of hard. But I do think this episode is freaking hilarious and is a classic Christmas special. Whether it be Doofenshmirtz's inner turmoil about the holiday or Baljeet and Buford's weird quest to just last minute get on the good list. I love watching this special. Jack, do you have any notes for us to carry us on our merry way? Because if not, we're going straight to the naughty list, because I am going through each joke.
I mean, that's more or less what I've got. I've just got a beat by beat of the story, and then whenever there was a song or a joke that stood out to me. But no, this isn't one that I watch every year. I did, going into this, I'm like, okay, cool. I haven't watched this since it aired, and I was a kid watching it. So I'm like, okay, I remember roughly that, okay, Phineas and Ferb, for whatever reason, needs to, deliver Danville's presents. I remember two elves showed up. I remember Doofenshmirtz being harassed by carol singers. But I don't remember the context for any of it. So this was a really fun rewatch. Just as my brain went, oh, I remember that. Just the whole time it was just, that happened, yes, I remember this. So that was really good fun.
What I love about the Christmas Carolers is there really isn't any context. They just show up and demand he give them figgy pudding or they're not going to fucking leave.
It is just that shot of straight on at them as they're singing and swaying from side to side, yeah.
But it's Christmas, Becky. You got to get over me, Josh.
Oh, it turns out I do have some figgy pudding. Come, men. Our work is done. Oh, I adore it. But, yeah, let's go to the notes.
Yeah. We get a Christmas version of the theme song. Very nice.
Good touch.
Yeah,
Giving a Yeti a shower.
Giving a Yeti a shower. Mom, Phineas and Ferb are doing a Christmas special.
It's an extended edition, which if I remember correctly, I think the only thing extended is just Candace's song. Everything else is play by play the same thing.
Here's the thing, a little bit of secret. I actually had to bootleg this episode because with all of the Christmas holidays right now, I had to skip out on Disney Plus for a week to afford things. But I have seen both the extended cut and the not extended cut. Did you guys have Candace's song where she's trying to figure out what to get Jeremy?
Yes.
For Disney Plus, yes, but I remember when I was little, my dad would always record the stuff and have it on a DVD, so I could just pull it up and just watch it whenever I want to. I have a very special Christmas DVD that's basically shares Christmas stories. That's what it's called, and it has like the Miser Brothers and like Rudolph, Shiny New Year, and an Island of Misfit Toys, and then Phineas and Ferb Christmas Vacation, and even has all the commercials and everything. And I'm like, oh, I feel like 8 years old again. It's so sweet. Or 9. I think I was like 9 or 10 when this came out. But I remember I watched both versions. The original version didn't have Candace's song. It just cut out straight to, like, I forgot what, but I think after she gets off the phone with Jeremy.
The Nautiinator is the next scene.
Yeah, I think after she, like, has the phone call with Jeremy, it just cuts and that song's just not included. I also think there's, like, 2 other jokes that are cut, if I remember, but I can't tell you for the life of me which ones.
Right,
yeah. Okay, I think the first scene with the elves, I think, again, because I haven't seen it since it came out. I'm like, okay, that felt a bit long for no reason until, like, just the joke of the guy is like,
in fact,
and that, okay, this is going on. This feels like an extended edition.
Right.
But then just that joke at the end of it of, just talk to people. That's how you make friends.
I know.
Last time I go to a seminar.
I actually, I always like to play my stuff out loud because I have ear problems. So it's best to not use headphones all the time. So I play it out loud. And my mom got so annoyed with that scene. She's like, can he shut the up, please? You're getting on my nerves. I'm like, oh.
He's just trying to find friendship. He doesn't know how to talk to people. He's figuring it out, Cher.
Yeah.
In fact, he went to a seminar. In fact, he failed. And
he's trying his damn best, Cher.
In fact.
This may or may not have been me in high school. Let's just say that.
In fact.
I'm just saying, we've all had trouble talking to people every now and then. You know,
I had trouble doing that with my communications class. In fact, I was so scared. I was like, imagining people naked. In fact, that didn't actually really work, so I got an F on that assignment.
That has never worked. That has never worked for me. I don't understand that. This is a tangent. I don't understand the whole imagine people naked to calm down thing. To me, now I'm just nervous and they're naked.
I think the idea is, it's another way of saying, imagine that they're way more nervous and awkward than you are.
I don't know about you, but when I'm naked, I'm more confident.
I don't really like my body right now. You know, when we're
that's a bold-faced lie. But moving on into Phineas and Ferb territory.
Yeah.
They do the fucking sled thing, which is cool, and
Toboggan!
I don't know what the difference is, but toboggan.
I am reminded that I have not gone sledding in almost 3 years, and now I really want to. I hope it snows again.
I never went sledding, ever.
It snowed just the other day, and everyone freaked out.
Oh yeah, we had snow the other day too, but I don't really live anywhere hilly enough for that. I'd have to drive somewhere to go sledding, which I'm not against.
Yeah, I live in Vegas, where it's a desert, so the only snow I can get is by going to Mount Charleston, which is really like 10 minutes from my house. So yeah.
If you want, I can put some snow in an envelope and send it to you. It just might not be snow when it gets there.
I've done that to people before.
Yeah.
I've sent a Tupperware.
Maybe if I believe enough in Jack Frost, maybe it might help. By the way, I'm actually recording. I finished recording my Res of the Guardians video, so
nice.
Coming soon, y'all. Coming soon.
On being in the desert though, have you not sled on sand? I've gone to a beach and gone on a sled on sand dunes. That is so much fun.
I should do that.
Yeah.
I don't like sand.
Finish the line.
Is there a reason?
Finish the line.
You don't like sand?
What is it?
Is it coarse? Is it maybe rough? Doesn't get everywhere. I wasn't aware of that. Yes. Jack, I had the same thing where I was like, is she gonna finish it? Is she gonna do the whole line?
Fucking Green Goblin smashes through the wall. Finish it!
Oh, actually, remember last year how I was going to do my top 10?
We gotta talk about Phineas and Ferb, man.
I am going to that point, boy. Hush up.
All right.
Hush up. So anyways, I've been a very good girl this year. Last year when I was going to do Phineas and Ferb, well, my top 10 animated episodes, I had Phineas and Ferb on here. Spoiler alert, because I'm not going to do it. It was number 2, and I have notes. And yeah, now we can get into it.
Nice.
Awesome.
While we're doing tangents, my first note, and again, this is because I haven't watched this in so long, is something I would not have noticed as a kid. But Linda in the airport is dressed as fucking Mrs. McAllister from Home Alone.
I didn't notice that at all.
She's wearing the same outfit.
I remember. Oh my god, yes.
But she was wearing it, and I'm just waiting for her to just shout Kevin at the camera. That was.
Kevin!
And then.
See, thank you for being bold enough. I am definitely not able to do that voice.
And then her husband just looks at her and goes, "Who the fuck is Kevin?"
Mm.
Our sons are Phineas and Ferb, which admittedly are strange names. But who the fuck is Kevin?
Yeah, the only Kevin besides Kevin McAllister is that sea cucumber from SpongeBob from that one episode.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
It's okay. Anyone SpongeBob that knows SpongeBob knows exactly what I'm talking about.
Sea cucumber? I've seen this episode, I think. Oh, wait. Is he the... I know who you're talking about. He's the jellyfish.
Hi, Kevin.
I see. Phineas and Ferb.
Yeah.
I'm not really going to go beat by beat with a lot of my notes. I'm just going to jump around in them.
Fair.
But I haven't watched an episode of Phineas and Ferb in quite a while. I think I'm going to watch more episodes of Phineas and Ferb. Just throughout, all the tiny jokes that are just so funny the whole way through in the airport in that sort of not opening scene but near the beginning. Just as Linda's talking on the phone, just the "Forgive me, boys. How are your brothers doing?"
Yeah, I forgot how well written the show was. Like, as a kid, you don't really pick up on it, but when you're older, it's like, holy shit, this is funny. Like,
yeah.
Doofenshmirtz remains one of my favorite Disney villains. When that list finally comes out, you're going to see he's very high up. And
it's going to be next Halloween.
Yeah, when is that list coming out?
Maybe it will be next Halloween. You don't know. Maybe I'll wait.
Maybe it could be like Nightmare Before Christmas, where you do Halloween during Christmas.
Nah. That would be thematically correct. And I can't do that. I love Candace. Candace might be my favorite character in all of media that is very annoying. Like, she might be my favorite annoying character ever. Because
we love you, Ashley Tisdale.
She is great. She really is great as this character. Candace's annoying is charming just because of how much the universe fucks her over. Like, every time, literally every time, she's so close to getting Phineas and Ferb. 1 second from getting it. And then the universe, not even Phineas and Ferb themselves, the universe says, no, you don't.
It's the mysterious force.
But then later on, she goes up against the universe.
It's just really funny how far they push Candace into insanity. She takes a few steps back in this one, although there is an argument she has with Jeremy later, which is complete ludicrousness. But yeah, I love how manic Candace is. It always makes me smile, especially when she walks in and she's like, "You are so busted!" for laying in bed and lollygagging. Whenever Candace has to help the boys, it's always good too. It doesn't happen a lot, and it's heartwarming to see the family together at Christmas time. I like it. Continue with your notes, Sir Jack.
When we get the setup of everyone loves Santa. And just how much Phineas and Ferb love him. I like the slideshow as a piece of cryptid with the Bigfoot footage, the Loch Ness picture. That's good fun.
The Santa cloth found in 1910. I love that Phineas has just a collection of footage on a slideshow to be projected to prove that Santa's real at any moment.
Yeah.
Just in case he needs it.
Is there something we don't know about?
Well, Phineas has experience with, like, hunting cryptids and stuff.
Yeah, the Lake Nose monster.
Isn't he a little young for that?
Yes, he is. We did the joke, everybody. You can go home.
Speaking of the joke, the doobie-doobie-doo-ba-doo. Just all the themes, just with a wee bit of sleigh bells over them for this episode.
They went the extra mile.
Yeah. Perry is, okay, how's he going to get into the lair this time? Oh, it's a snowman. Oh, he's alive. Oh, my God.
Plow.
Follow me. And here's the thing. I remembered that there's a shot that reveals he's actually still alive. But I did not remember that that's during the fucking credits, and they didn't show it at first. So at first, you just think Frosty bit it.
Yeah. Speaking of biting it, he then goes down and Monogram's like, oh, good, you brought snacks.
Winter time's fun.
The
Follow
look
me.
Perry gives there. Oh my God.
Santa. Secret Santa.
Turns out, though, the Doofenshmirtz is evil, and Christmas doesn't take a break. So Monogram giving the fucking video while Perry is...
That's my favorite joke in this episode.
So
Agent
Carl holding the camera and then holding the cutout off his outfit in front of him.
Hello, Agent P. Dr. Doofenshmirtz is... Look at the screen.
Eyes on the screen.
He just has a cutout. That's the best part. He didn't even change. He's just holding a cutout. Makes me wonder how many... Well, how many times does he do that on normal days, you know?
You could have had it, they go to the screen and, oh, HP, and then they go back and show, okay, he stood there, but he's now wearing the outfit. No, it is so much funnier that Carl just has a cutout on a stick. That's...
Again, I heard that Dan Povenmire and, who's the other guy? Swampy Marsh, I believe.
Jeff Swampy Marsh.
I believe they mentioned that Phineas and Ferb, or at least, you know, the Phineas and Ferb cinematic universe, it is slowly becoming, because there are 3 damn shows now. But they said that Phineas and Ferb is the closest a show can get to just improving and doing yes and you can really tell with how often the characters will just do a random joke seemingly after a joke that throws everything into just weird absurdity, and I love that shit, especially with this one. It probably is one of the funniest jokes in the whole thing, but I gotta admit, I think one of the songs is a little more funny for me. It involves Doofenshmirtz's big problem.
Yeah.
He doesn't really hate Christmas.
Is it time to talk about Doofenshmirtz? Is that where we are in the notes?
My only note before that is Candace, again, just the little quick jokes. It's Candace picking up the phone. Hi, Jeremy. What you doing? Cut to Isabella just looking up from the paper.
I forgot about that one.
Yeah. This is legit really funny.
And the fucking
Only
music
Isabella can say that.
Where it's like somewhere in the world, Isabella realized something was wrong. Oh,
yep.
fuck.
Then Perry arrives at Duke's door.
So, here's the thing. I love me a good trope. I've talked about how I don't dislike it when movies do tropes. Like, my favorite trope ever is the villain teaming up with the hero to take down a bigger threat. That is my favorite cinematic trope ever. It opens so many doors for cool possibilities. But I gotta admit, I also really like it when they completely subvert a trope. So the fact that Doofenshmirtz, who has so many fucking evil backstories, so many bad things, the man was raised by fucking tigers in the woods.
Ocelots.
Oh, my bad. His best friend was a balloon. He lived and worked as a garden gnome. Christmas was fine. Nothing bad happened on Christmas. That is the funniest shit in the world. And the fact that these writers are smart enough to know, nah, this time, nothing. No backstory. No nothing. He doesn't even like Christmas. He's just indifferent on it. I love it. I think that is a stroke of genius. And then the fact that they write a whole song about how everything else is terrible, but Christmas is chill.
He hates Valentine's, he hates Halloween, he hates Arbor Day, he hates puppies and kittens and spring, flowers, birds singing.
So, question from a British person. What is Arbor Day?
We don't really celebrate it. It's not really a real holiday. It exists. It's trees. It's yay for trees.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
That's it.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's kind of the equivalent of, like, you know how there's like a best friends day and you're like, hey, you're my friend. Imagine that, but with trees.
You know, like International Kids Day or
yeah.
International Waffle Day or International Pancake Day.
Okay, we have pancake day. We don't have waffle day.
We have an International Pancake House.
IHOP.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's that.
That's
Yeah,
not very
there's actually.
international.
You know, Grandparents' Day, Sibling Day, Children's Day, or Kids' Day, or whatever it's called.
We do Talk Like a Pirate Day.
I wish that was a holiday.
International Donut, International Dog Day.
Bro, there's a holiday for everything.
Yeah.
Again, the only one of those you said that I recognized was Pancake Day, so okay.
Like, if you can think of it, there's probably a holiday for it. And that does mean everything, you sick monkeys.
I mean, the Google guys need something to draw every day.
That's what it is usually, too. That's how I find out it's a holiday. I just see, oh, it's different. I guess today's special.
Yeah. Like, what do they have right now? Who is this? Who is this? Who are you? You are a person. Why do I know you? Who are you? Maria Telkis, Hungarian
episode, y'all.
American biophysicist.
She's staring in the mirror and saying all this.
There's no camera. I don't know how we're getting this feed.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, one of my spy cams, of course.
He will be remembered.
I mean, a normal cam, which I don't have in your house, Jack. Normal, everyday cam. Don't look around. Stop looking around. Do the review. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
What are we talking
Isabella? Sorry, not Isabella.
It's nothing. I'm Snow. It's chill. You can trust me. I'm Snow.
It's Frozen.
Let it go, Cher.
Into the unknown.
I'm not Olaf. I'm just Snow.
I'm sorry, Jack. Jack.
I shouldn't even be surprised. Vanessa doesn't show up in this episode, but we still have Olivia singing one of the songs.
Yeah, I was wondering if that was kind of like a sneaky Vanessa cameo, because I knew it was her voice, but then Mitchell Musso sings one during the credits too, so maybe it's just using the great singers they
have.
Yeah. Oh, fun fact. I actually have not the DVD, the CD. I have the CD of Phineas and Ferb Christmas, which has songs from this and a later episode called the Phineas and Ferb Christmas Special, where Kelly Clarkson guest stars.
And does nothing.
She does absolutely nothing, but yeah.
I'm pretty sure that episode is like it actually takes place during summer, and it's them doing a parody of like Christmas special stuff.
Yeah, it's Christmas in July. It's Christmas in July.
Whereas this,
I remember Swinter.
Where...
A Phineas and Ferb Christmas family. A Phineas and Ferb family Christmas / Swinter is a later episode. Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, I just remember.
That.
I think Swinter is before this, actually. If I'm
yes,
Swinter is episode 3.
Season 1.
And during season 3, there's another episode called Swinter.
It's the same one. It's the same one.
That's
the exact same one.
I do know, like, because remember Dan saying it on his TikTok ages ago that the Disney Plus like order and stuff is really weird for some reason. Good to know they still haven't fixed that.
And they never.
Yeah, I'm waiting. I'm still waiting for the Aladdin TV series because I talked about Aladdin and you still haven't showed the Aladdin TV series.
I do wonder why that's not on there.
We got Hercules. We got Tangled. We got 101
Emperor's New School.
Emperor's New School. Do we have Timon and Pumbaa?
I think so. I think it's on there.
Yeah.
I would
Little
assume
Mermaid.
so, but I also would have assumed Aladdin was on there.
Yeah, Little Mermaid. Oh, I love the Little Mermaid TV series. But anyways, yeah. Doofenshmirtz Taste Christmas. They decorate Danville, and Candace tries to trick Jeremy to writing a letter to Santa. Wah-ha-ha! Letters to Santa. Ah-ha-ha! That's for little kids.
Yeah. Candace does not believe in Santa, even though it seems like literally everybody else believes in Santa, including Doofenshmirtz and other adults who are coming from the post office. I don't quite understand that, but it's Phineas and Ferb. Let's just have fun with it. Sorry, I stopped to pet my cat. That's why I had a dramatic pause.
Oh, is this something evil?
No, he's not cute, evil. He's just, well, he's kind of evil. He's a cat. You know, they do that.
But you were petting a cat.
Well, yeah, I have to appease him or he'll eat me.
Yeah, but you said you were petting a cat, and that's what usually villains do. They pet a cat.
Well, yeah,
and are in the sheet.
I'm evil, but that's kind of separate from the cat.
Have you guys seen the series on Netflix, Love, Death, and Robots?
I have not, but a friend has recommended it.
It's really good, but it's an anthology, so you can watch it in any order. But there's a joke in episode 1 where it's the apocalypse, and there's just robots, like 3 robots going through what's left of human civilization, and they find a cat. And one of them starts petting it. And it's like, oh, it's purring. What does this mean? And the other one says, I don't want to panic you, but if you stop, it might explode. What? It's like, yeah, cursory search says that humans had a card game called Exploding Kittens, so this checks out. And he just has to keep going for the rest of the episode.
I don't want to watch that. That's enough to sell me.
It's really good. Highly recommend that show. But this show.
Yeah, so we get the song, I Really Don't Hate Christmas. Which, by the way, I know it's the smallest thing in the world, but I have to shout it out. I just have to. Shout out to, in one episode of Phineas and Ferb, after a big musical number where Doofenshmirtz gets his random dance crew that appears and everything, it shows him walking off stage and paying the dance crew.
Oh yeah, when his professor, his evil professor. It's like a petite like I don't know what accent she has. I don't know if it's a German accent or
Justinian?
Yeah, that's the country that Doof's from.
Oh yeah, because they're from Gibbelstomp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I only remember that because in one
Brush
song...
up on your Phineas and Ferb lore, guys.
In one song, he screams at the top of his lungs, "Back in Gibbelstomp, I always had to keep my cool." And that's the only reason I remember it.
Yep.
Because he
the Roller Coaster Musical is one of my favorite episodes.
It is really... Oh, God. We are one step away from this becoming the Phineas and Ferb podcast, folks.
let's do that another time. Let's do a later episode where we all present our 3 favorite episodes or something.
I'm into that.
Yeah?
That. Very into
okay.
that.
Okay, let's avoid talking about the rest of Phineas and Ferb.
Yeah, that's
now.
how
Just
we'll hold it off. We'll hold it off.
Well, spoilers. This would be one of them for me.
Nice.
That is fair. I do really love this episode. It does have a heart to it too. There's one scene that legitimately makes me sad, and it's one of the next scenes we have. They decorate all of Danville. Everybody's really excited. Then Doofenshmirtz gets accosted by the carolers, which, as we all agree, is very fucking funny. The fact that they walk in and they just won't leave. Yeah. I remember hearing the song when I was a kid and thinking, it's kind of weird that during Wish You a Merry Christmas, there's like this hidden subplot about these people breaking into a house and demanding food from someone else. And I'm glad that Phineas and Ferb finally showed that off for how freaky it actually is.
Yeah. Yeah, I was asking my parents, I'm like, what is figgy pudding?
Well, now it's fucking everywhere. You can get figgy pudding now. Did you?
Yeah, like, because I thought for some reason figgy pudding was like fruitcake. But when I looked it up, it's like a brownie version of a fruitcake. That's what it looks like to me.
I've had fruitcake, so I don't know if that would be good.
I don't like fruitcake. Does anyone ever really like fruitcake?
No.
I do.
SpongeBob in that one episode.
Yeah. And he's the biggest jerk.
Did you guys know there is currently a Mountain Dew flavored that is fruitcake flavored? And it's actually pretty... No, it's actually good, surprisingly.
I don't even like Mountain Dew.
There's a gingerbread flavor, too. The gingerbread one was already good, but the fruitcake one is surprisingly good. You wouldn't think it'd be good, but it's good.
There's a shop in town called the American Candy Store. I will see if they have some and take a picture and probably not buy it.
That's wise. I am addicted. This is kind of another tangent, but I guess I'll say it. Anytime there is a limited time soda, I gotta try it. I gotta know. That's just who I am. And because of that, I have tried weird things, including, but not limited to, Coca-Cola's video game flavored soda, gingerbread soda, soda flavored like coconuts and peppers, Gatorade's beautiful cucumber drink. There's some weird shit out there, and I get to try it all. We got one life, folks. We might as well fucking live it.
I have to be very careful when it comes to pop.
That is fair. I should be more careful when it comes to pop.
I'm in between. I'm a bit of a 50-50 when there's like a new flavor. I'm like, yeah, that sounds good. Let's give it a go. Versus what the fuck were they thinking?
I think one of my favorite parts, like where Perry gets captured and he gets tied up, and then Doofenshmirtz has a partridge.
And then they subvert that one by the end too. And a partridge.
You're not funny.
There's no wordplay.
And a partridge on a Perry.
The wordplay. Fucking Feliz Navi dead to me.
Yes! You're Feliz Navi dead to me.
I wanted to bring that up.
To be naughty.
Because I have a lot of friends who love awful puns. Truly awful puns. And because of that, I have made... Yes, Cher. And I have made a bit of a reputation of hating puns. I don't hate puns. I think puns are hilarious. If they're good puns. I hate bad puns. Feliz Navi dead to me is an example of just... Holy shit, that's funny.
Yeah, I've set myself the goal of I need to use that in conversation at some point before the end of the month. That's...
Feliz Navi dead to me. 'Tis the season to be naughty.
So, finally, Doofenshmirtz presses the button, activates it. This is the scene that kind of gets me every year. There used to be a criticism with episodes like the Marvel episode of Phineas and Ferb and a couple other episodes that
Star
Phineas
Wars.
gets too angry in those episodes and kind of blows up. I don't really view that as a valid criticism because, everybody gets angry now and then. Phineas included, clearly. But I think this episode...
That's the thing. It's like seriously, like everyone has human emotions.
Yeah.
Not everyone has to be happy all the time. We are allowed to express how we feel. And I know some people thought, SpongeBob is another example. People thought, SpongeBob was too happy, but he's been sad, he's been scared, he's been angry.
You look at me and what do you see? Just simple snow. But in reality, I have diverse emotions. That's it.
Okay.
But, yeah, I think Phineas has a little bit of an excuse here because Candace blows the fuck up on him during this one scene where it's like, why did this happen? Oh, geez, why do you think it happened? What was different about this year from every other year? And she straight up blames Phineas for Christmas getting ruined.
Yeah, and you can see how heartbroken he is. Like that's basically because I actually rewatched Good Luck Charlie, It's Christmas, and that one scene where Teddy and her mother, they're fighting, and Teddy's mother's like, "You ruined Christmas." I'm like, yeah.
I have had the dishonor of having somebody say that to me once, and let me tell you, it makes you feel shitty. Like when people are like, "You ruined this beautiful holiday," it makes you feel like crap. So when Phineas gives that face and he looks heartbroken and he has to deal with the fact like a whole town, like I know it's a cartoon, but there is a moment where like I'm like, "Oh, buddy," and I really feel for this character a little, which is kind of a triumph in the show where, there's a talking platypus and a high-pitched evil scientist.
There is notably not a talking platypus.
Continue. Oh, yeah, you're right. My mistake.
D. Bradley Baker just makes like little sounds.
Can anyone do a parody
impression?
He's
really good at making sounds.
I cannot, but you guys talk for a second. I'll be right back. Keep talking.
No,
Say things.
I actually really do. Like I said before, I love voice actors. I think voice actors are underrated. We need to be more appreciative with voice actors and animation. 2022, I'm looking at you, Bob Chapek, which I'm so glad you're not Disney CEO anymore. But yeah. So yeah, like it's just so amazing hearing like your Tara Strongs or your Rob Paulsons or your Tom Kennys and your D. Bradley Bakers, Richard Horvitz, and Jim Cummings, and there's just so many voice actors, and oh.
I may or may not own a Perry the Platypus plush.
Oh. I'll get my D. Bradley Baker plush. Just a sec.
Is it Appa or Momo?
I gotta hope that it's Rex from Star Wars Clone Wars. No, it's Appa.
He doesn't make any noise, but he's...
Oh, Perry is not happy that you've brought another creature here. Hey, Perry, calm down. Calm down, Perry.
Yep. Appa, yep.
When I threw him off screen, he landed on my cat, and my cat just did not react.
Oh, good lord.
Just another day.
Just another day with this asshole throwing shit at me.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and then the whole trope where where it's like on the news and like Phineas wakes up and it's like, hey, it's a dream that Christmas isn't canceled.
Also, it's
and you were there, and you were there, and you were there.
And they're all wearing their coats still.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which means that I just love the meta of that. Like, sometimes the funniest things are the things you don't show. Phineas had to walk into a mall, take off his clothes, put on pajamas, jump into bed and go, all right, this will fix it. And then just tried to go to sleep while everyone watched him. That is amusing to me beyond measure.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then of course Beardford's he's gonna be good. He's gonna be horrible, and then right at the last second he's gonna show some acts of kindness, which does not even work.
I know a lot of kids in my high school who had the same idea.
Yeah.
Of
Which,
course.
you know, I like when they're, oh, let Beaver save Christmas. It still says he's naughty. So this plan doesn't work. But the elf is like, it's Christmas, fine, we'll give it to him.
Well, in a way, that means his
Yeah.
plan kind of worked.
Yeah.
And then Baljeet, all he wants is a kiss from a girl. But Beaver thought it was him.
The fans hoped it was him. Let's make Bufjeet happen.
Then that big blowout between Candace and Jeremy is like, I don't know what you want. I want you to know what you want.
Yeah, that's the one part where I'm like, Candace is kind of a psycho. Just
That's
a
the
little.
one part.
Well, she's literally like having a conversation with Jeremy where Jeremy straight up doesn't know what's going on, and yet she's still angry at him. I know it's a kid's show, but that was like, damn, that's a little too real. I've had that conversation with people. Ay. This is where they do the song about everybody being naughty.
Yeah, there's the
Where
did we go wrong? Immediately followed by Danville is very nice.
Or Santa what gives.
I liked it. I would have liked some more jokes in both of those songs, but it's Phineas and Ferb. I'm not going to complain about there not being more jokes.
In fact...
Continue. What? You brought it up. Finish.
No, it's just a joke.
You said in fact.
It's the joke.
Well, audience, I hope you found that funny.
I disapprove. So does Barry. You have...
Because I can't see your video, I'm assuming the cat brought it back to you?
Oh, no, he's just still laying there hanging out. My cat is the chillest cat in the world. One day I'll have to do a video where I show it. You can hold him upside down and he'll still look at you like, you gonna pet me or what?
I mean, cats are fine. I just had bad experiences with cats. One of them basically cut my finger.
Ouch. I feel
my middle finger. My middle finger. Of all the fingers, it was my middle finger.
As a cat owner, I too have been mutilated by my pet. It kind of just happens, sadly. They love you, but they also have to hurt you.
Mm-hmm.
They just...
I got all the scars to prove it.
I just looked over and he's like doing a cute little pose to get belly rubs while I'm thinking about him utterly abusing me. But yeah, they sing Danville is very nice, which I love that Phineas's response is, we gotta reach out to Santa. Let's make it like a solo album.
Yeah, again. It's like holiday #1. Danville is very nice.
Yeah, it's their holiday EP. Their holiday EP.
It's just humorous that the solution is, all right, let's make a kickin' pop song so Santa notices.
Yeah.
And they do.
It works.
So maybe Steven was right. Maybe songs, you can fix anything with songs.
The two new elf characters notice it.
Cluet and Blind.
Yeah, Blaine and Cluet?
Yeah.
Cluet.
Yeah, Cluet's old and he's out of the toy game. Blaine doesn't have much of a character, but he's there.
Yeah.
Maybe Blaine is just bland.
I mean, he's not in it much. For two elves that get the rest of the plot going, it's pretty good. And they're like, oh, hey, I'm an elf, and I need you to do Santa... What? No, I need you to do Christmas in Danville. I said Santa.
Oh yeah, because they kept saying, oh, it still says everyone's naughty, but then Doofenshmirtz is evil, naughty, innate or whatever. So apparently, remember when Agent P got that Sal Tuscany Christmas CD?
Oh yeah.
And Doofenshmirtz decides to play it, and then Major Monogram is like, whatever you do not play that CD. It's some type of infiltration thing or whatever. And literally in the song, like, it predicted it as like, Christmas cannot be destroyed, not even with a naughty innator. Like, how? How do you know that?
Well, Santa is magic, and that is the answer.
Oh, spoiler alert, South Tuscany is Santa Claus. In case you didn't know.
Here's the thing, as a kid, here's the thing. One more reveal about the Neil, I guess. I was super into riddles and anagrams and shit as a kid. So when they said Sal Tuscany, I instantly was like, I smell an anagram. And then I was like, yep, it's Santa. And I ruined this twist for myself. Although it did fuck me over because I was like, it's Santa, but there's also like a Y there? Why? Like I wrote it down and I was like, is it supposed to be Santa Claus? Santa Claus? Why is it
Santa
like
Claus.
that?
Santa Claus.
And then it's really funny because Doofenshmirtz goes, it spells Santa Claus! And an embarrassing leftover Y. I had my own story with that Y. I think that's one of the reasons why I really like this Christmas special. Because it almost called me out in a way.
Yeah.
It's a very genius special. It's very clever.
There's a joke, I think it's the channel Pretty Much It made this. Or they do like commentary tracks, they did it for the Harry Potter series. And it's that scene of, I am Lord Voldemort by rearranging his name. And they're like, wouldn't it be funny if there's just a J? I am Lord Voldemort. And it's like, what about that over there? No, ignore that. That's fine.
You know, I'm just saying, if you take the letters in Tom Riddle and rearrange them, you can get pretty close to Doofenshmirtz. Not all the way, but you can get pretty close. There's no F, so you're kind of fucked there.
And only one O.
We're gonna squint and say that. What? We're gonna squint and say that this joke works. We're gonna ignore. Okay. We're gonna ignore
the leftover letters. And...
Yeah, we're gonna say this joke is canon, actually.
Sure.
Oh, you know what else should be on Disney Plus?
What?
House of Mouse.
Is it not?
I don't think so, no.
What the fuck, Disney?
Yeah, so when we were talking about it, I looked up why is the Aladdin TV show not on Disney Plus, and the like first thing that came up was like, how to get it on Disney Plus. It's like, okay, go to the feedback tab and complain. That's what it said.
Oh. So we have to complain to Disney, like, yo, can you add these shows?
You have to petition for it.
I mean, if you guys want, I could call up Mickey. I see him at my sacrificial parties.
Like, hello, can we please get these two shows? Like, hey, I saw you were able to add Bear in the Big Blue House and Roly Poly Oly, which are two of my favorite shows that I grew up with on Playhouse Disney.
Same.
Why are these other two shows on here?
I don't know what. God, we're learning so much about Kid Neil.
Wait, I don't think Buzz Lightyear Star Command's on there either, or maybe
it is. I think it is.
Wait, maybe like the special. I don't know about the TV series.
Well, Kid Neil was obsessed with, I guess, shows with the word blue in the title. Because my two favorite shows were Bear in the Big Blue House and Blue's Clues when I was really little. Which, by the way, if you have not seen the trailer for that Blue's Clues movie coming out,
It
actually looks kind of sick.
It actually looks so sweet because I always like grimace whenever I see stuff like that. I'm like, oh boy. But no, I actually ended up starting crying because I was like, oh my god, this is so beautiful. you can't take. I don't care. I don't care how old you are. Blues Clues forever, man. Blues Clues forever.
that speech Steve did, the actor
Last
Steve
year.
Byrne, that went viral. So
Yeah.
Dude, I ended up crying when I saw that. And I'm like, he was like, he remembers us.
I was incredibly stoned off my ass when I saw that.
Oh my god! Like 4-year-old. Like, even though technically I grew up more with Joe than Steve, I still remember the Steve episodes. It's so cool.
I saw every episode with Steve and Joe, but Joe was my preferred, just because Joe was more loony. I liked Joe. Anyways, Phineas and Ferb.
Yeah.
Why can't we review the Blues Clues Christmas special? It's actually really good.
Yay!
They take off on the sleigh. They go to save Christmas. Oh, there's not enough lights on. So Buford goes down, does his one good act. They say that he's good enough for a present. Oh, what did he want? To be seen as nice by his friends. And they're like, oh.
I muted the cough so the audience didn't hear it, but you guys got to.
Okay.
Yeah. No. Oh, but actually, one of my favorite songs from the CD or from the album is "Christmas Is Starting Now."
Yeah.
I love that song. It's very jazzy. I actually do like some jazz, and it reminds me of Michael Bublé, and I love Michael Bublé.
I do like that he doesn't even get it at first, and then they're like, let him have it.
Yeah, it's Christmas. Why not?
The fucker saved Christmas. Buford helped save Christmas. And that's the conclusion of
his more forgiving than we give him credit for.
I do also like that Buford was like a bully character, but with like a lot of dimension to him. Once again, it's why I love Phineas and Ferb so much, because the characters aren't in depth in the traditional way, but they do kind of have layers. Like, Buford's best friend is Baljeet, even though he's the bully.
Yeah, I remember that one episode where he lost his pet goldfish to like a squid or whatever, and he's just like, that's kind of funny.
They say that there's plenty of fish in the sea, but you're the only fish for me. We got to do that 3 Phineas and Ferb. Jack. You're so right. It's such a good show. I kind of just want to keep watching it, and I very well might. But yeah, so there's a couple more issues. First of all, they got to give Jeremy his gift, but no, it's okay. Candace already got it for him. Ha, that arc's complete.
Yay! And then Baljeet has to complete his arc by getting a kiss from a girl from the math chick from math class or math club, whatever.
Pretty damn sure that character never appears again.
Yeah.
No. But the voice sounds familiar. Why do I know her?
Of all the characters, I think Baljeet might actually get the most action. He kisses this girl. He dates one of the Fireside girls.
Yep.
Who's Stacy's little sister.
He has a girlfriend for that one episode where they do a bunch of Bollywood stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Or I think they're on a cruise, actually. Maybe?
Yeah, there's the cruise one. Yeah. Which they when they call back to that fucking Milo Murphy's Law, they do a cover of that song. It's
Toboggan. Milo Murphy's Law is also good, by the way, if you haven't seen that.
It's not as good, but it is pretty dang good.
Honestly, some of the episodes are just as good for me. There's some really funny Milo Murphy's Law episodes. Specifically this one.
You'll see him soon. It's recurring raccoon.
I also love the Cyber Bear song. Where it's like...
I'm blanking on the Cyber Bear song.
The Cyber Bear has been sent from the future or whatever. Whatever his backstory is in the song. Essentially, he blames Milo for all his torture. So he's hunting him down, and it's like, at first you were in the forest, just looking for berries and honey. Now you're a cyborg killer, Who's been paid to kill people for money?
Oh, yeah.
It's something like that. Yeah. That's not the exact line, but it's something like that.
Oh.
These writers, man, Dan and Swampy, Jesus fuck. Talent. They also...
Yep.
I believe Dan also wrote the campfire song from SpongeBob.
Dan writes a lot of songs.
Sense. That would make a lot of sense.
Like he was. I don't know if he was like a go-to guy for Disney or if he just kept pitching songs to Disney. But like I know, what was it, one of the songs in one of the Phineas for movies or something like was like originally a theme song for a different show, and like yeah, they're really talented guys.
And he's all over TikTok and very interactive with the fans. There is a fan Phineas and Ferb TikTok musical, I believe, or it might be on YouTube. Dan's in that. He pops up for a cameo.
Oh yeah, and then like I remember when there was a YouTuber, she did Busted, and he appears in it too.
Dan's just cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like I don't know what my favorite episodes are, but I know what some of my favorite songs are, and Busted is one of them. I love that song.
Absolutely.
That and Gitchy Gitchy Goo.
I would have to re-listen to all of them, although my favorite songs might actually be in Milo Murphy's Law. There's a lot of good ones in that one. Again,
it's these same guys, but also Weird Al, so that makes sense.
I think the recurring raccoon jingle might be my favorite, though. It's just so funny. He just
they saved Christmas, y'all. They saved Christmas. Doofenshmirtz is tied up with the partridge on his nose, and he officially hates Christmas. Yay!
He makes out with that one lady.
Yeah. We go from there. Doof hates Christmas. Best Christmas ever.
Yeah. It was a clubhouse. It was a club.
Well, do they do the Gift of the Magi thing with Jeremy and Candace first?
Yes, they do.
Yeah.
It's the Gift of the Magi.
Well, what I like about this version of Gift of the Magi is like, instead of we traded the things that would make these gifts useful, instead it becomes, oh no, I was going to trade my necklace to get these earrings, but instead I traded my necklace to get you something, and now you've bought me the earrings. That's really cool. Because now it's like, instead of, oh wow, we both got useless gifts, but we still love each other, it's okay. Now it's, no, we just predicted what the other one was going to do, and we made a sacrifice, but because the other one's so cool, it paid off. I kind of like that.
Yeah, that was a cute scene.
I don't hate the Gift of the Magi story, but I gotta admit, it's kind of not aged so well for me.
Because that's gonna be interesting with my pick.
Oh yeah, we'll probably talk about it more next week.
Okay, good. I'll save it for next week because I have no clue what you're talking about.
I'll explain it to you off screen.
Everyone's getting their gifts. Phineas got what he wanted, which was to be like Santa. It's like, just cute how all these little things, like, what Buford wanted was to be seen as nice, and that worked out. Nice. How all these, what everyone wanted, and Santa 5D chess again.
You with Isabella. We learned that Isabella, she doesn't necessarily celebrate Christmas, she celebrates Hanukkah, but she was willing to help out her friends.
Of course. Really cool.
Glorious days of presents. I mean, boo, sucks. No more Christmas.
I love that, like, Phineas, like, smiles when she's like, no Christmas. It's like, okay, yeah.
Oh, yeah, and Ferb got something, too.
Yeah, world peace.
And a harmonica. In fact, more importantly, harmonica.
Just the harmonica. So, yeah, world peace was someone else's Christmas wish, I guess.
And the family gets back.
That makes me laugh every year. I always forget about, world peace gets accomplished at the end of this.
Then the Fletcher grandparents arrive. Brought some figgy pudding.
And then the end credits roll. End credits roll. Everyone from like the past episodes, they appear, like Meep, I love Meep.
Meep gets a cameo. The what? Did you expect it to fall out of the sky? Couple shows up.
Yeah.
You never believe in me.
It's like, oh, only $1 million and drop out of the sky. It doesn't work that way. Well, how does it work then?
Yep, and then we see one more time with Frosty and Perry, and it's like, winter time's fun. Follow me. Wow.
Hey, buddy, that was close. I'm gonna stay over here. Actually, that almost got me.
On second thought, don't follow me. Don't follow.
I love the idea of them. They have to subvert themselves every time, and it's so funny. Like, at first we thought he was murdered. Now it turns out he hit a fucking vegetable stand. That's so... Dan and Swampy, they've had to have won an award by now, but if you haven't, you fucking deserve one. And you want to know the best part, chat? This isn't even the best Phineas and Ferb episode. It's a really cool one, and it's definitely their Christmassy one. But, like, if you haven't seen it, and you don't give a fuck about Phineas and Ferb, I get it. I get it. Just go watch the Star Wars one. Just go watch the Star Wars one.
Yeah.
If for nothing else, for Doofenshmirtz dressed as Darth Vader. Please. Please go watch it. It's so good.
Doofenshmirtz.
I just like that battle of Phineas and Ferb. It was so cool.
The Siphinator. Ferb got a lot of lines in that one, too. But let's go into final thoughts and then a ranking on Phineas and Ferb Christmas Vacation. You want to go first, Jack?
Sure. Again, as someone who hasn't watched this every year, this is the first time I've seen it in, I'm assuming, about a decade. I don't know what year this came out. It's great fun. I don't think I will rewatch it next year, but I might. I genuinely might. Depends how I'm doing, because there were a lot of great jokes in this, and I'm glad to hear from you guys that they don't wear out after a while. You can keep watching; they are still funny. My only negatives on this were some of the songs. Okay, cool, a new song. That was over quick. I think, maybe cut one or two songs so that the other songs can be a wee bit longer. That's my complaint. It was all good. Some bits were better than others. Cut the bits that were just meh. But again, this is the extended one, so it sounds like they did that for TV anyway.
Well, ironically enough, they cut one of the funnier songs for TV. They cut Candace's song where she's like, "What does he want?" Which I think has some very funny visuals, including her as like a ballerina in a music box, but with a DVD has the tutu. But what is your ranking, my good sir?
I think.
And just know the parents.
When we get the Guardians one. I know Appa's still watching as well.
I don't.
Oh, you guys still there?
Yeah. Again, I like the MCU, but like this was so much tighter. This was such a great wee package. This is an 8 out of 10 for me.
I agree. I think it's an 8 from myself as well. I will say my only real nitpick with this is and this is a nitpick. I don't want people to think this is criticism that hurts the final product, because it doesn't. But there are a couple songs in here that to me felt like a Disney mandate. And what I mean by that is there's a couple songs where there's no joke and they're just Christmas songs. And there's nothing wrong with that. They're still well-written songs and they're fine. But I am trained with the show of Phineas and Ferb to always be looking out for the next joke. Because occasionally those jokes sneak up on you and they're subtle. So, like, I'm sitting there and I'm like, okay, where's the joke? Where's the joke? And it's like, oh, this is just a Christmas song. Okay. And again, that's a nitpick. I don't think they're bad songs by any means. I just bring it up because, unfortunately, when something is really good, the nitpicks become your main criticisms. And for the record, this is really good. I find myself humming I Really Don't Hate Christmas all the time during the Christmas season. I adore all of the jokes and the smart writing of this episode. I also appreciate that, like, you know, there are plenty of Christmas specials out there that are very by the numbers. You can kind of put them all in the same place because there are tropes of like, oh, I gotta get this gift, or I gotta do this for Christmas. Phineas and Ferb does play into some of those tropes, but also subverts a lot of them and makes them fun.
Or we have to save Christmas.
Yeah, they still had to save Christmas, but, you know, secretly Santa set them up, so that's a cool twist on it. Again, there are Christmas specials I watch every year. The Rugrats Christmas special, the Blue's Clues Christmas special, and now
SpongeBob.
Yeah, a lot of childhood cartoons that I hold dear to me. But the Phineas and Ferb Christmas special has always been part of that list, and I think it's a fair addition. I do like the Rugrats Christmas special better, just because I think that one talks more about the holiday itself a little bit. But as for a fun Santa's Real Christmas special, this was great, and I love hearing it every year. I also love hearing it came out when the special came out, but they didn't actually put it in an episode until the second Phineas and Ferb Christmas special. But they did a cover of We Wish You Merry Christmas with the Phineas and Ferb lyrics.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
My favorite parts are the Doofenshmirtz line where he instead says, I wish you would let me rule you. And it's really funny. And the Buford line, which is...
Yes!
The Buford line's the best part.
Merry Christmas to all of you nerds.
It's how I say Merry Christmas. I ain't good with words. It warms my heart. It's not part of the special, but it did come out around the same time. And luckily, they still got it into an episode. Because it's so good.
I also like how they did Good King Wenceslas, but Buford and Baljeet.
I vaguely remember that.
It was funny.
I might have to look it back up. But I listen to that version of the song every year, too, because it's just so funny. Both Christmas trees and menorahs, they get confusing for us when we break into a chorus of Ove and Ole.
Oh, but
it's seared into my brain, Jack. Help.
No,
but I
a lot of Phineas and Ferb songs are, yeah.
I give it an
I guess you could say we have that Christmas feeling.
It follows everywhere I go. If you sing it as if you're creeped out, that song takes on a whole different meaning. Can't escape that Christmas feeling. But Cher, give your final thoughts and ranking.
Well, obviously for me, it's a 10 out of 10. I love this one. I love it so much. I watch it every year. Ever since I was like 9 or 10 when it came out, I love watching it. It is one of my favorite Christmas episodes. Like I said, there's a lot of Christmas episodes I watch every year, just like with Neil. I watch this. Obviously, this is number 2. My number 1 is still SpongeBob because, more specifically, the first special with where they're animated, not the claymation. I still like the claymation one, but the very first one from season 2 is still my favorite one.
The one where they very creatively call Squidward a jackass by showing a picture of a donkey.
Yes. That's still my favorite one. That's my favorite Nickelodeon one. My second favorite Nickelodeon one is Invader Zim. I love the Invader Zim, most horrible Xmas ever.
That scared the shit out of me as a kid.
And then my favorite Cartoon Network one is Billy and Mandy Save Christmas from Mrs. Claus was the Vampire. Fair. But Phineas and Ferb is my favorite. This was my favorite Disney Christmas episode. Second would be Kim Possible. So yeah, I love watching it every year. I still have the CD somewhere in my room. I'm in my dad's man cave room right now, but somewhere in my bedroom, there's a Phineas and Ferb Christmas CD calling out to me. I just don't know where it is. I love the. Yes, thank you, Perry. I love the songs. I love all the jokes. It's just fun to watch every single year. So that's my ranking, 10 out of 10.
Perry approves of you buying his soundtrack. You gave it a 10 out of 10?
6 out of 30.
That's pretty good. I would say very deserved. And with that, ladies and gents, that is the end of this here review. Let's go ahead and plug ourselves. I'll go first. I never go first for plugs. Hi, everybody. I am Snow. You can find me outside on the sidewalk or the street, or hopefully somebody pelts you in the face with a snowball at some point. It's Christmas, they better. Also, you can find me on my Twitch, Dr. Snowdopus at twitch.tv. We are still streaming God of War. Episode 2 is actually up there right now and not yet up on YouTube. We also did Overwatch and the new Dead by Daylight Christmas stuff that came out. So, if you want to keep celebrating Christmas with, Kratos killing all the Norse gods, you can do that. And keep an eye on this channel because there's a certain Christmas special I did with my friend over on the Kylor show last year. It's been a year since that. Maybe there's another one coming. Who knows? Who is to say? I am simply Snow. But maybe someone who is not Snow will do more videos later. Jack, you may go next.
Hello, everyone out there on the internet. I am Jack of all trades. You can find me on said channel by that name. At the minute, not got any Christmas specials planned. It is just, I say business as usual, but business is picking up a little bit through this holiday period now. Every Monday, I'm uploading at least one, possibly two, depending on how I'm doing on the editing. But My Hero Academia reactions are coming out on Mondays, and starting this Friday, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Part 6, Part 3. The final stretch of episodes just came out, so that's going to be every Friday. So Monday and Friday, check me out over there.
Yeah. And Cher, it is your turn.
Hello, everybody. Happy holidays. 13 days till Christmas as of the recording of this video. You can follow me on Facebook, and make sure you put in the underscores, and Share Your Creations, which is my second channel. This past weekend, I finished recording my thoughts on Rise of the Guardians. Spoilers, I get kind of emotional at the end. I actually had to stop recording and I had to bawl my eyes out. And then I tried to get emotional again on camera, but I couldn't cry. But you can still hear me sniffling and my voice like going like creaky or whatever. So yeah, just a warning, I get pretty emotional at the end because I just love Rise of the Guardians. I love watching it every year, even though it's more of an Easter movie. I still like watching it during Christmas. It's like, with Nightmare Before Christmas or Die Hard. You can watch it anytime. But yeah, so that's coming up soon. Hopefully by Christmas, because this weekend I'm very busy. I have to go to 2 Christmas parties this weekend, so that's going to be out the water. But I say probably till next week, hopefully like by Christmas it'll be out. And then possibly a video I might be doing is my thoughts on Disney princesses / my favorite Disney princesses or heroines. Maybe I can do one of those tier lists. If I can figure out how to do a tier list. I don't know how to do a tier list. Maybe I'll just screenshot it and I'll just share it on there and be like, this is why I like this person better. I know we technically did do a tier list for Disney princesses like 2 years ago, but I want to do one for me because I love Disney. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Just keep an eye out on Rise of the Guardians, and then next year I might be working on my Disney princess videos, so stay tuned. Happy holidays.
While you were doing your plug, my brother came out with a Nerf gun and started shooting me from a distance.
One hit, what the sound was.
One hit me dead on the head during the recording, and I just had to not react. Jesus. Do we have anything we want to end on? Any jokes at the end? He's loading it back up. Hurry!
In fact,
hurry!
I realized this as we were recording. So if everything in this episode is okay, so Phineas wanted to be like Santa, so Phineas had to deliver presents, okay, and yeah, Buford wanted to be seen as nice, so we had to do this and to make all this happen. So is there free will in the Phineas and Ferb universe, or does Santa control everything?
In fact,
are you saying that Santa rigged the election?
In fact.
Yes, that's how Roger became mayor.
In fact.
My brother has now thrown me a Nerf gun, so I think I'm supposed to defend myself.
In fact, you'll see us next time. I don't know if it's Jack's pick or my pick. I don't care who goes first, honestly. Jack, do you know what you're doing for your pick? Well, good. Okay, so you got time, because I already know what I'm doing. I discussed it with Neil. Spoilers alert, so I'll just tell you what it is. It was between Belle's Enchanted Christmas or Mickey's Once Upon a Christmas. And I have chosen, thanks to Neil, Mickey's Once Upon a Christmas. So stay tuned for that. Till then, happy holidays.
He didn't give me any ammo. He didn't give me any ammo.